research, Stanford gets 806. We technology transfer and commercialize to the tune of 1.9 million. They do 57 million. We're not commercializing, folks. We are not taking all these research dollars and turning them into something to produce royalties for our schools. Now, they know that. Gordon knows that. They know it around the state. We're going to metric it. We have got to make sure that we can commercialize more of our research dollars. If we do that, we advance the state of Ohio. And we can metric it, we can figure out, and we can get it done. Reorganizing government. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But what I will tell you is, first of all, we are going to consolidate our technology inside the state of Ohio. Instead of having different silos doing technology, that's all going to change. And in addition to that, we use Six Sigma. You all know that, and lean reform to start running all the programs in the state of Ohio. The crime lab at the Highway Patrol has dramatically been cut as a result of the Six Sigma program that they've instituted. Call Joe Testa and ask him how he's been able to cut the significant backlog in tax appeals because they have created the Six Sigma. I've had two groups of people come into cabinet meetings who are involved in this. Six Sigma represents change, and you know change is hard. But you know what? Once they embrace it, they love it. We got disciples, they're out preaching it. And we're going to take the reform agenda to every single thing inside the state of Ohio. Airspace, UAVs, Wright-Patterson, Wilmington. There's a couple other areas where we want to fly UAVs. Unmanned vehicles is the wave of the future. We have the permission to fly in a narrow way unmanned vehicles. We want to open that up, and there'll be a big competition in the country to open that up. We got the head of the FAA coming to Ohio to talk to us about this program. With Wright-Patterson, we should be strong. But I also understand Washington, and I understand politics. But in the meantime, we can fly unmanned vehicles in some of these installations, and it will be expanded. The ability to take advantage of this means aerospace, which is really, really important. That's part of our... So I got a couple other things. The war on drugs. We're going to be announcing a whole lot of things on the war on drugs because Ohio has become... we are just like a major artery for people to come into our state, to sell it in our state and move out. We've already started the war on prescription drugs. It will be widened. You'll hear more about that next year. By the way, with Jobs Ohio, I want to give you a little report. We have been involved since for the 10 months, 9 months, whatever it is, with 191 total projects. We are directly involved. When I say directly involved, we've either provided help, incentives, regulatory, doesn't matter what it is. We have been involved in creating 13,596 new jobs, 27,554 jobs saved for $2.4 billion in combined payroll and $1.9 billion in new capital investment. That's 41,000 jobs that we have been directly involved in either creating or keeping in this state. And you know what some of them are. Getting Wendy's back to Ohio out of Georgia, keeping American Greetings up in Cleveland. We got some exciting announcements tomorrow and a long queue of companies that we are working with because in the state of Ohio, all that matters is job creation. And everything that I have talked about here, whether it's graduation, whether it's balancing a budget and getting improved credit rating, whether it's cutting taxes, whether it's providing incentives for small business, all these things are designed to do one thing: lift ourselves economically. Because when Ohio isn't working, children pay the price, families pay the price. When Ohioans are working, we have a stronger family and we have healthier children. And in that strong family, we're able to develop the kind of values that we've all known from when we were little kids about respect and right and wrong. That's a very important part of our culture and a very important part of our society. So everything we do is designed to create that job. And I want to say to all of you in here, you got an inkling about somebody that might want to come here or somebody that might want to expand here, you call us. You call Jobs Ohio. If they don't answer, you call John Kasich. I'm not hard to find. I'm over in that big tall building over there. If you call once or twice, call the chief. He'll call me. We always return the chief's call. But ladies and gentlemen, You know, a lot of stuff going on. We have a long way to go. Ohio, as you all know, Ohio has a long way to go. But isn't it good to hear some of this good stuff? Isn't it good to hear for the first time that instead of laying down, letting the water just trickle over us? You know, one of the great ones was Diebold. We found out Diebold was going to North Carolina. They heard this about NCR, and NCR left. That doesn't mean you can save every company. We're going to lose some. But we're not going to lose them because we aren't in the game. You know, you've read the papers about Sears. Sears is down to a couple states. Do I think we'll get them? Probably not. Because in Illinois, I think Rahm Emanuel will give them anything they want to keep them there. But you know, up until now, we've been in the stands selling hot dogs. I mean, we're not in the dugout, we don't wear a uniform, we don't get up to bat. We're getting up to bat now, and we're connecting. But we've got a long, long way to go. This state was almost dead. It is now coming back to life. And why? Location, people, common sense, good values, love of God. I mean, all these things give Ohio a brand that is a terrific, terrific, wonderful brand, located in the heart of it all. What we have misfired on is getting Ohioans to think as Ohioans and being able to take on some challenge that for political reasons we weren't willing to do. My motivation, people always say, well, how are you doing, John? You know what? I'm doing fantastic. And I'll tell you why. I'm really a believer that the good Lord gives everybody in this room a certain set of skills and talents. I don't think He can measure them. God bless my father, carrying mail on his back. You know, his last job was sitting at a community college at a desk. I think he was supposed to be security, but I don't think that's what he was. I think he sat at that desk and talked a lot to people that came in. The president of that community college came to see me one day, and he said, I want to tell you about your dad. Every day that I walked in, your dad had a big smile, a handshake, and every once in a while he even had a cup of coffee for me. And he made me feel good when I went in to do my job to run that community college. Hey, my dad used his skills. They're not any more important than some CEO out here. They really aren't, because in the eyes of the Lord, we're all equal. My dad used what he had. And what I try to do in my life is to use the skills that I have. Because many of you knew me back when I worked in the legislature. I mean, think about it, Gary. How did it ever happen? State senator, congressman, you know, all the great things that have happened to me. The Hobbit, you know, the book The Hobbit, at the very end of the book, he looks at a friend that guided him through all the crisis. And he said, how did this ever happen? And the answer was, you don't think this happened by accident, do you? I don't think things in our lives happen by accident. And we need to take advantage of those things and appreciate them and respect them. And I think the Lord gave me a chance to build some skills to help folks. And it doesn't really matter to me who's yelling and screaming. You've got to listen, folks. I got that message the other night, okay? But you know what? You know what, though? You keep going. You keep going, and as long as your purpose and your goal is good, and good is helping people to do better and helping our kids, you're the winner. And at the end of the day, you get rewarded for using those talents. And that's frankly what I'm all about. And I'm having a great time doing it. I appreciate having the opportunity to be here with all of you. Sorry I went on a little long, but I got to leave. But I thought maybe you should hear a little bit more of the picture. And guess what? There's a heck of a lot more I haven't told you. It's fun now to live in Ohio, isn't it? We've got a spring in our step. God bless us. We'll be great again. Thank you.